Well, hey, marketing masters, and welcome to the second call of the month in Email Marketing Made Easy. This is your creation call. And of course, if you were on the call last week, you know we went over 10 different email campaign types that, of course, the idea is you're going to pick one of this month. And we are going to make sure that on this call today, on the creation call, that by the end of this call, you leave with almost your entire email campaign done and created so that you have an asset that you can put into your marketing toolbox that you're going to be able to use over and over and over again going forward to engage, to nurture, and to build relationship with subscribers that are on your email list. And whether you're creating a brand new email marketing campaign for new subscribers who've never experienced you before, or whether you're creating a series of emails that's going to follow somebody opting in for your lead magnet or your freebie, or whether you are creating an email campaign to resurrect or bring and breathe new life into an existing list that's been a little bit stagnant, maybe because they're stagnant, or maybe because you haven't been nurturing them correctly. Whichever email campaign that you choose, I want to congratulate you for taking the time this month to really focus on getting this asset created for your business. And it's my commitment to you that by the end of this month that you have that asset ready and ready to deploy into your business to be able to bring people down the path from being a virtual stranger to a prospect, to a customer, to a raving fan. So I thought before we jump into getting our emails created, I thought I'd just remind you, of course, if you've watched the training from last week and if you've picked your email campaign, then that's awesome. If you need to go back to that recording, it is in your membership area now. So you can go and take a look at that and review it at any time. And of course, there is the handout that has the 10 different email campaign templates. So one of the biggest challenges when it comes to doing anything marketing is when you start with a blank slate, right? So one of the things that I'm really excited to make sure that you always have access to here in the Marketing Mastery Academy is templates, because we're not reinventing the wheel here, right? And nobody should have to start with a completely blank email. So you've got some templates, so you can pull those up and you can insert your own content, create your own voice, change them up so that it matches what you're trying to say with your customers, and so that you have some inspiration so you can get this done faster and more effectively than you could without templates. The other thing that we chatted about last week, which I'll remind you about, is you can use these templates that we've got alongside of tools like ChatGPT, right? OpenAI, Writesonic, any one of the AI tools that are available right now. So you can pop in a template, ask it to add your subject matter in it and see what pops out. And of course, you're always going to want to be reviewing that, making sure you're putting your own spin, your own personality, your own character, your own voice to the emails. But don't ever feel like you need to get stuck starting from scratch. You've got lots of tools between templates and between artificial intelligence writing tools right now that you can always have a starting off point, a jumping off point so that you don't get stuck. And as I was doing some research for today's call, I also wanted to bring up a couple of things that I thought were really, really interesting. So most of you know, I follow a lot of online marketers. One of my favorites, and as an old time, like part of the, the original crew, the original gangsters of online marketing, is Ryan Deiss from Digital Marketer. And so as I was looking up, hey, does email marketing really still work? Because I think I've also shared with you, email marketing isn't one of my favorite ways to do marketing. Probably because I don't like reading emails, but I'm more of a visual learner and I like watching videos to consume my learning too, right? But when it comes to marketing, it's not all about what I like or what you like. It's about what your customer likes, right? I want to know that I'm hitting my customer in more than one way. So I want to use email marketing. I want to use video. I want to use blogs and newsletters and podcasting and speaking on summits. I want to use multiple points of marketing because I want to be able to touch as many people in the form that they want to receive communication in. So this is why I too this month am embracing email marketing, and I'm going to create some campaigns and sequences for myself, because Ryan Weiss says that email conversion rates are actually 3 times higher than social media conversion rates. And they actually have a 17% higher value in the conversion, which means people spend more money when they buy through email. In fact, what he says is that the ROI is about, for every dollar that you spend on email marketing, your average return on investment is about $42. So as a former financial advisor, those numbers are pretty wow for me. So I don't think email marketing is dead, and I am going to get on the email marketing bandwagon now this month and create some campaigns for myself. So some of the other fun stuff that I thought that I was looking at was, remember once upon a time when when email marketing was first starting, and there was that, I think it was AOL, right? It had that, "You've got mail." And it was music to your ears back then, right? Because it was a reminder that someone was thinking about you, someone sent you a message, and it was either a super guru, advanced tech savvy friend, or it was from somebody that loved you, right? A family member or a friend. But those days are long, long, long gone. And in fact, 140 is exactly how many emails are popping into the average inbox in today's online marketing world. So we've gone from 2 or 3 emails a day to 140 emails a day, which is crazy. So imagine getting the "You've got mail," a little buzzer going off in your ear right now. It'd be enough to let you whip your laptop straight out the window, I'm sure. Or of course, turn off all your notifications. But why I'm sharing this with you is because today, in today's day and age, it's not just enough to show up in somebody's inbox anymore. You can't just show up. You need to stand out. So your newsletters, your sales offers, your announcements, your surveys, right, are constantly competing against your competition, and for your customers' attention, and for your customers' opens, and for your customers' clicks. So to stand out from the crowd, you really need to have your messaging dialed in. You need to have hot and juicy titles. And you know what they say, the money is in the list, the fortune is in the follow-up. So collecting emails isn't enough to guarantee that you're going to make money with your marketing. What's going to matter the most is how often you're following up, how you're mining your list, and what you're saying in either your titles and the bodies of your email to make your customer pay attention, to know that you care about them and their transformation. And it's this copy, right? What you're writing about that's going to turn your subscriber into a customer and your customer into a raving fan. And the key to doing this is you're going to have to dig a little deeper than your competition does, right? And you know that my preferred way of doing this is to focus on what is it that your customer is struggling with, right? What keeps them up at night? What is it that really is their biggest obstacle in either their health, in their relationship, in their business, in their marketing, right? And what is the result that they're looking to get? And then your titles and your emails, just like all of your other marketing, needs to speak to that gap, right? It needs to speak to how are you going to get somebody from where they are now to where they want to be faster and more efficiently than they could on their own. And this is always the foundational key to the best marketing. So I want you to keep that in mind as we dive into today's creation call and get you creating these emails that are going to turn your customers, or your prospects rather, into customers, and your customers into raving fans. So make sure you focus on your customers' needs, right? What is their struggle? What's important to them? And what are the results that they're looking for? You want to make sure that you're creating an opportunity to connect with your customer, to build a relationship, and to engage them to take that next step with either a compelling call to action, or a question where they can hit reply, or some free material that they need, right? Something of value, because you know that connection equals currency. So how are you going to build connection through this email sequence? And of course, you're going to try to find some creative or intuitive ways to be able to channel what it is that they need towards, point them towards the fact that your product, your course, your program, your service, right, is what they need to invest in order to get to the other side of their problem. And really, as I also said before, you're not getting them to invest in you or your program or your service, although that is what they're going to do, is that you're getting them to say yes to themselves. You're getting them to commit to saying yes to whatever it is that their transformation is that they want, right? Are they looking to lose weight, have a better marriage, have better marketing, get more clients, be able to confidently speak on stage, get past all of their past traumas, have a better relationship with their teenagers? Whatever it is that you help your client do, I want you to know that your email marketing is one of the biggest and most powerful strategies that you're going to be able to do to get them to go from subscriber to customer to raving fan. So let's get started now. Let's get to work. Grab your 10 campaign template handout, and let's get busy turning those templates into emails that you can use to stand out in the sea of emails sitting in your customer's inbox. All right, let's get started.